Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to preparedness again here. Was thinking about something today, and I'm like, you know what, that might make a decent video. What brought this up is some buddies were talking at work the other day, and we were talking football, of course. And one of the guys said something about if they don't do something soon, I'm going to become a Baltimore fan. For any of you that know, yeah, the Browns and the Baltimore, yeah, don't get along, because that's where our team was taken to back in the 90s, and it's still a sore spot. But anyway, this guy said become a Baltimore fan because they're doing well right now. They got a good quarterback. I hate to say that, but he's a good quarterback. They're going to win some games. And that brought up the idea of these fair weather fans, and I hate that. I have been a Browns fan since the late 80s. Not because they were in the playoffs every year, but my family moved to the area and we didn't have a professional team where we were at. So this was the first time I could watch a professional team on TV and everything, and yeah, I instantly became a fan, fell in love with the Browns, old Bernie and all of them. But anyway, I've been a fan since then, and for any of you that know football, the Browns have been the butt of all the jokes for years, because yeah, they just sucked forever, like hard. But anyway, try to get on topic here. But being that I'm a preparedness minded person, that kind of got me thinking. I'm like, man, I would not want to have to go through an event with a person like that. Okay, and let me break it down here. When you're talking about who you would like to go through an shtf event with, okay, somebody that's going to have your back, somebody that's going to be able to help out, all that other stuff. You need to kind of watch who you're going to trust with that, okay? And yeah, your buddies are your buddies, but it might not necessarily be the guy that you've been buddies with for a few years, okay? You have to look at the type of person they are now, okay? When choosing a group, somebody that you're going to team up, hey man, if something happens, we got each other, that kind of thing. Hold on. Excuse me, felt that one coming. Yeah, pay close attention to the type of person they are now. Now, I'm going to guarantee that this video is probably going to upset people. Not meaning to. Not the point of this video. I'm not trying to upset anybody. I'm just talking straight. All right, that's all it is. But look at the type of person they are. Are they the type of person that when an agreement, whatever, that they took part in doesn't go their way, they're trying to find the loopholes to get out of? You know, are they constantly, you know, they're the type of person, and I'm sure some of you guys know people like this, they've got something at home and it breaks. So they go out to the store and they buy the exact same thing, and then they take the broken item and they put it in the box and they return it to the store. That's not being very honest. That's stealing. That's lying. And some of you have probably done things like this. I'm not judging. Just let me finish what I'm saying. Things like that. People that have been married and divorced half a dozen times. Now, I'm not saying if you're divorced that I'm picking on you. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying those people that real quickly, oh, I love them, this is it, this is it, we're going to get married, and then they get married, and then a year later, like, nope, this ain't working, I'm done. It tells you about the person. okay? Yeah, that they make that deal, and then all of a sudden they don't follow through with their end of the deal. You know, I had my fingers crossed, right? Doesn't count. If they're doing these kind of things in good times, what are they going to do when the poo has hit the fan, right? As far as the marriage thing, I'm not picking on anybody, but those people that real quickly get into relationships but real quickly get out, they're not going to have that loyalty to you. They're going to be looking for the next better best thing, you know, that's coming along. They're not going to be sticking beside you. But just just some things to look for. It's really hard nowadays to find a truly honest person, like honest to a fault, right? It's like, it was a couple months ago, real quick story. A couple months ago, I'm at work, and where I work, there is just, trying to figure out how to say this, tons of information that they put on us that we're supposed to know all this stuff, okay? Well, it's not possible to know all this stuff, okay? You're supposed to know A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up through like the double K's or something, okay? But then you have somebody that is in charge of D comes down and asks you about it, and you're like, I don't know. Well, then they get all bent out of shape. Well, they're in charge of it. Of course they know that, okay? Anyway, what I'm trying to say is somebody came down, and they were asking questions about this or that, and I told the guy flat out, I'm like, bud, I don't know what you're talking about. And he explained it a little while, sorry, got a text. Explained it a little bit more, and I'm like, oh, you're talking about so-and-so and so-and-so. He's like, yeah, that's it. And he thanked me. He's like, and I appreciate you being honest when I first asked you, because most guys just say, oh, yeah, we got that, no problem. And, you know, I explained to him, it's like, no, I believe in being straight up honest as much as I can be. Yeah, lying never got anybody anything. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to harp on this. I'm just going to brush on it. But choosing those people that you can really trust. And I know there's going to be people out there saying, it's like, well, I got this buddy, and yeah, he's screwed over a couple guys, but he's always been great with me. We've been best friends for blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, he hadn't done that to you, but he's got a track record. You know, he's got a history of when things get a little tough, something doesn't go his way, he bails, right? And that is what you don't want. You do not want to have to worry about, you have got this plan in place that you and a couple of your buddies, and then when push comes to shove, they take off on you. And now you're left and you're in a bad spot. You're stuck. What are you going to do now? You're going to want to find those guys that, yeah, honest, dependable, loyal, and like I said, they are hard to find. Trust me, especially in today's day and age. Society as a whole actually encourages you know, the conniving, the scheming. You know, you're a hustler, right? Yeah, I'm hustling. Yeah, it's like, nah, man, there's you gotta, that's why we have to have these contracts. Any of you that have ever bought a house, oh my gosh, I still remember when we bought our house years ago, there was, like, I don't know, I was signing papers for over a half hour, just signature here, initial here. If I would have actually read everything, oh, I would have been there for hours. But that's because our society is just inundated with these people of any little loophole they can exploit, any little gap or anything else. You know, I got my head and my fingers crossed that, yeah, people cannot do business with a handshake anymore. When I was in college, I had a little business doing some little home repair stuff, and I decided, yep, I just want to do everything with a handshake. I want people to, you know, trust me and I'll trust them and blah blah blah. You know how you are when you're younger, you know, sugarcoat everything. And I remember I was just doing a simple bathroom job for these folks. I explained to them that I was in college at the time, so it's going to take a little bit of time. They had canceled on me a few times because they had tickets to something. They had season tickets to something, and every time I was supposed to come over and work on it, they said, no, we're going to the game, can't come over today. So this went on for like a week and a half. And I'm just trying to find time within their schedule. And they had a younger kid, younger baby that was always taking naps and all this. And it was really tough to get done what we had to get done between my schedule and their schedule. Well, anyway, I show up for work one day, and the wife, she kind of met me, you know, I knocked on the door, she kind of met me. She's like, we've decided to go with somebody else, you're just taking too long on this. And I'm like, okay, but you just canceled the last 2 appointments because of the tickets that you had. And she was just trying to get out of it, and it's fine, whatever it is, what it is. But that taught me at an early age that, yeah, that stuff of handshake and I'll keep my end and you keep your end and everything will be great. Nah, because I had done about half the work, and I said, okay, well, you know, you pay me for half of what I estimated, and I'll get out of here, you know. And she said, well, no, we're gonna see how much this other guy charges, and we'll pay you whatever we feel that you deserve. And once again, I was just stuck. So it's sad, but that's the world we live in. So yeah, that kind of wraps it up. Just kind of watch, guys, the ones that you choose to let in to your little group, whatever it is. If you've got a larger established group, if you're talking about just a couple of guys that you guys have got together, yeah, watch who you let in. Our group that we have, we try to have a decent vetting process. It's tough, especially with the whole corona thing now, trying to get everybody, because you got to meet guys, you got to talk with guys, you know. But we try to do the best job we can. But yeah, when you're looking for those guys, yeah, you got to kind of have that. And I know it's tough for us because it's hard enough finding like-minded people, and then on top of that, you're trying to find like-minded people that you trust with, in essence, your life and your family's life. So yeah, comment down below, guys. Always appreciate the comments. But yeah, kind of wrap it up, and I guess we'll talk to y'all after a while. See ya.